hitting on pace for record user bookings this summer. Again, I think a lot of people got surprised by that. Bitcoin came back up. That's weird. So Bitcoin actually doing decent.
What is up, everybody? Get my water.
What's the crypto though? I feel like there's
What is up, everybody? Get my water.
Orion. Orion or Arion?
There we go.
I'm gonna call you Orion.
There we go.
I feel like I'm being used to like the video. You know what I'm saying? You asked me how my day was.
I get the chat up. I can have it on my phone, but I kind of want to have the chat up too. I've been watching Josh talk a bit, Trading Fraternity. I'll probably switch off of it soon. I don't know like what the copyright rules are with YouTube when it comes to chatting, but he's talking about Peloton, the recall right now, and then SPY dropping. But you know, we're still up a decent amount in general. SPY's at 415.36 right now. Let me pull him off. Do want to get the YouTube chat pulled up though too, so I'll hop over to.
It is an IPO. So it's the IPO. We talk even with Airbnb a lot.
Can I close this or will it stop the stream? That's a good question. And then we'll get some. I want to get the chat pulled up over here. Perfect. Because then you guys will be seeing it. So I'll just close that down and then minimize this. So I guess I gotta run a test stream one day. But what a day, man. 415.35 on SPY. Every index is red now. Hop over to QQQ really quickly. Hovering around break even for the day. Honestly, I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. Qs should be a very interesting day. I'll watch some Peloton. See what they got going. Might be able to find some cheap plays to throw around. I've been debating. Man, that is down here in the buy zone. I just wonder, with Peloton breaking under this level too, after this recall, like how much further it's got to go down. But I may consider adding another share just because I do have a lot in my portfolio in software stocks though right now, which is kind of, you know, kind of hurt quite a bit if software. I mean, software's been pretty weak for like the last month, like Palantir and what's the other one? Snowflake, that one, and then Peloton, right here. Man, it's early. It's early here. I haven't done a stream this early in a long time. It's 8:27. Let me get this and share it to the groups. But glad that I can stream today. Super happy about that. Super happy about that. But I might pick up another Peloton share. Kind of mess with the news right now. See what we got going on. Oh, great move in the Discord there. That was crazy. Yeah, Peloton though, kind of breaking down. I'm just going back and forth between the Discord right now. Have you ever showed your setup? How you set up these charts in a video? David, I have not, because these are Hal Science charts. He's touched on them briefly, but you can just, you know, it's based on the numbers and just reading them. Like the squeeze and the RSI, stuff like that, to check it out, get a good feel for them. If you want to use your charts, if you want to use charts like how I use them. But you can see more in depth. But I got these from Halcyon. He's the man. He's the man, man. I'm gonna tag. Let's see what we got going on SPY as well. See if we're bouncing a little bit, or if we're still at 415. Okay, yeah, 415.80. What a interesting, like absolutely interesting time right now with the market. I need to figure out how to do Stream Deck so I can go from the charts to my face and back to the charts and stuff. Let's check BYND. And then I can also have the live chat pulled up. What's up, Black Betty? Hello, Dante. What is the Discord link? The Discord link you can find in all of my other videos. I just don't have it linked down below currently because I'm only going to stream for a little bit, and just wanted to say what's up to everybody because I got some videos to work on today, and just chat with you guys, see what's going on. Since I haven't had a video uploaded in about a week, just because I traveled to Utah and have really been focusing on the market this past week. Thoughts on Doge? So I am staying away from Doge because it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm just that type of person. Like, I only invest in things that make sense and have a purpose. And Dogecoin does not have a purpose. It doesn't make sense. It's 2 times the size of Carnival Cruise, but I understand that, like, how people work, right? They see something going up and they want to hop on. So that's kind of how I feel with Doge. Any thoughts on MUX? I could pull it up on here. Oh, okay, so it's a little pumper and dumper. Yeah, from what I see, it's overextended, just on all my charts. Way over the mean on every single chart. Looks like they need to retrace. If anything, I would probably, if I was to play it, which I don't really mess with penny stocks, like the small ones too much, I'd probably take a short position on it because it's just extended out of the range. But I bet there's a lot of people that made a lot of money from here to here if they're able to get in and out on time. That's the only thing. Like, the penny stocks are just so unpredictable for me that I struggle trading them. Yeah, whenever the interest rates get mentioned, 100%. 100,000%. Like, briefly, it's like, oh, we got to raise interest rates like 0.2%. And then people just go into panic mode. It's like, you're still going to get a better return in the market. So that's where my brain is, at least. I also have some beyond puts, or not puts, but put spreads, because they have earnings tomorrow. And got to see how these guys work out. They're down about $2 on the day, which isn't too bad. But I just got to watch them, see if I have to roll them out. I'll do it if I have to. I don't mind. All the other plays are working out really well right now, and my portfolio's flying all around. It's a good old leverage plays. SPY 415.90. I'd honestly prefer SPY to stay right here. Like, in my honest opinion, it's right in between my strikes. Actually, if it went up one more dollar, it'd be right in between them. I have 407 and 428 Condor going that I got Monday. They're just absolutely rocking. Yeah, P-Tone is down 13% off the recall news. So I was considering adding another share just because, you know how you can't time the bottom, but on all my charts, especially when it's at $90 a share, it's a start your position in the last 30 days. In the 90 days has been downtrending. It's pretty much at the mean, but we did break through this support line. But I think it'll be a little hammer. I think we'll hammer back up over it just because of the news, right? Just the overreaction. But with everything that I'm seeing on all my charts, we should turn around soon, but we just have to see essentially like what happens here. But even if you're buying here and it goes back to 120, it's still a fantastic return. It's like, what is that, like 25, 30% right there just on shares? Like, geez. So I don't know. I'm debating. That's a little bit of a riskier play, but I am cool with taking on a little extra risk. So I might add another share today or half a share or something. That's the thing, man. That's the thing with this market. It's fun, but it is hectic. Like every day something new's happening. Every day something else came out. Interest rates mentioned. Just everything. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't be touching any sort of call or put option on P-Tone right now unless I could get something really cheap. Um, I do not have any Palantir calls right now. I actually have no Palantir plays going, and I have my shares to do covered calls. I honestly just forgot about them doing the covered calls this week, and they're two red today to open any for me. 21.57. So my average cost is like 25. So I'd have to sell next week's call, and since it's a red day, it's only going to give me 24 bucks. But if I have a green day, I can open them for close to like 60 bucks. So yeah, I'll do that any day of the week. It's just for 24. I don't know. Maybe I'll open one, but even at the end of the day, like Palantir can just rally. So I like to open covered calls on green days, but I don't have any naked. I actually don't have any naked calls going. I did have the UAL one until yesterday. So that's one thing. Like longs are getting absolutely chopped to death in this market. Anybody with long calls right now is just getting like their legs cut off. Not even because the market's dropping, but just because like we're just going sideways, which is fine, dude. I'm playing Iron Condors. Like I'm collecting like 6% a week on my money like that, and 5, 6, even 4. I think my DIA plays to make 6.7%. Like I'm totally cool with this. I honestly prefer this market with the VIX where it is, which is right around 20. Should be right under 20 right now. Yeah, 1879, dude. This VIX is perfect for him. Oh, you got it, Angular. Yeah, you don't want to get it out of FOMO. Don't worry about it. I've watched. Do you guys remember Kodak? Kodak I watched in August. FOMO with GameStop. I watched people blow their accounts that way. FOMO with AMC and blew their accounts. Anytime you get FOMO, just step away from the computer screen and just realize that it's not the move, like that position. So that's kind of where I'm at with everything is, step back and just say, all right, I'm emotional now. Like I'm chilling, and just chill. And that's the best way to combat it for me, man. It's just I literally will go like lay down. Like I'll put my phone somewhere and go lay down or go on a walk without it or something. And usually you just like get the FOMO out of you. At least that's how it works for me. It took me about a year to get over FOMO though. And like it still creeps up every once in a while. Dante said yesterday killed all my long calls. It did for a lot of people. And even though SPYs bounced back, it hit everybody's uncle point yesterday. And for a lot of people of like, hey, what is too much for me to handle? And a lot of people hit that yesterday. Even my UAL call got crushed, so we turned it into a debit spread so that we minimize our loss instead of getting stopped out yesterday for 90 bucks after being up 50 on it the day before. We took a debit spread to where we'll end if it stays, it's got to go, like it has to go above 54 by next Friday. It's at like 53.20. I'll pull it up right now. Yeah, what is it at? 53, yeah, 53.14. It just has to be above 54 and we'll only walk away with a $22 loss. So I just turned it into a debit spread. Put a little bit more risk on the table, but I look at it as, hey, how can I preserve my capital in this play? Because losing 90 bucks, I mean, either way, for me, 90 bucks, whatever. But I would much rather only lose 22 instead of 90 if I could. But that's what it's all about, right? Keeping your losses that tiny. I don't think I've had a over $100 loss on something in like 2 months. It's been kind of nuts. Because I just tried to really mitigate. And like Neo, I think I lost 44 bucks on last week. It was my only losing play. And even then, I was like, geez, I'm still up like $800 on the week or whatever. But like if Neo worked out, it could have been like 940. And if I didn't have the Neo play at all, it would have been like 844 or something. But that's, that's the name of the game. Like, you literally are gonna lose money at some point trading. It's inevitable. But that's why you only trade with money that you don't need right this moment. That's why I love the market. If you guys could leave a like on the live stream, that would help a ton. UAL is pulling back. I'm gonna go back to Peloton. Guess see what we got rolling. 89.26. Oh, 88.83. That thing is getting clobbered. I think I'm gonna grab a share. Let me see if I can move some money over just to buy one more. All my spreads are rocking. I guess I could use that money for the week. I mean, they're all up like a tremendous amount right now, which is really nice. But I don't want to close anything early. And then I need some money to be able to roll beyond if I need to. So let me move a little bit over. I'll just play this off the overreaction. Just me thinking, hey, Peloton's a good buy anyway, even because they had that recall. I think it's gonna be all good. All right, so we'll deposit. We'll move some money over. All right, I grabbed another $100 worth of Peloton, but this is more of just a overreaction. Like, I plan on holding these shares for a while. Not gonna lie, I think we'll head back to 120 pretty soon. I just think this is an overreaction from the, maybe I could have gotten it for a better price, but I'm in. Average cost of 88.92 on that pickup, so we'll see what happens there. But it's only like 1.2 shares that I just grabbed. Something small just to take advantage of that overreaction. So we'll see. We'll see on that. But I appreciate all the support, guys. Like I was saying, Peloton. So we'll leave that. We'll see. I mean, already going up. That's cool. Let's go to Palantir. We'll check that out. Yeah, bounced right off these channels both times. I would consider adding more, but I just have so much of it too that like I don't want to be too overextended in it. But definitely, I mean, we're squeezing over here, which is nice. I don't know. Now might be the time. We just don't have the volume in this market, and it's just killing people with long calls. Because like the markets will be going up and down, but the sectors themselves will be freaking out. Like Apple yesterday. Apple was down 5%, now it's up 2% today. You would have literally had to have gotten it at the bottom yesterday to make any money today, like swinging that call. And even then it like chopped around so much this morning. So that's kind of where my brain is. At least been with it, but yeah, I was debating getting some like a cheap Palantir play. Man, even these Peloton like calls are super cheap right now, but I think Peloton like calls are just too risky right now. 'Cause who knows? This thing could just anytime news comes out like that on a stock, you can just get absolutely clobbered, like just clobbered. So I don't think it's worth getting absolutely clobbered for, in my opinion. But all the other spreads are working out. The port's back up. It was up 1,000 this morning and then fell all the way down to where it was only up 68, and now it's back up 700. I need to manage my storage pretty soon. Storage is almost full. Today would be a good day to open some Palantir cash secured puts, I think. Could do that for my uncle. But dude, this market's just chopping the life out of people. It's just absolutely chopping. Dun, 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 floating a rainbow into the time of the morning. Yeah, I think it's a great time. I mean, depending on what you have, yeah, it really depends. But I think it's a great time to add to any sort of long-term portfolio. Um, Stopped watching months ago, sold all my shares, and went all in on Doge. Up over 1,000%, ready to get back in. That's pretty good though. Yeah, I couldn't imagine going all in on Doge. Not like for my personal liking, but I have some Bitcoin that's up 13%. I put 1,200 bucks in 2 weeks ago, and it's worth like 1350 or something. I wouldn't be surprised if we do this for the rest of the year. Oh yeah, Michael, I do. That's what I'm saying. I 100% agree with that. If we like, this could be a chop fest market, and if it is, Mazel Tov, man. Like, I got my condors. I'll be rocking those every single week until the end of, till the VIX pops over 20 something again, whether it's 22, 23. Because I'm love like these condors are just insane in this VIX environment. It's just absolutely incredible. They're just absolutely rocking right now. But yeah, it's especially like there's a lot of sectors that are just weak. Tesla's recovering today. I should have bought more on the dip. I just wasn't watching them. I put another 100 bucks in them yesterday at 665 a share. So that's there. It's up a little tiny bit, but that's a good return. 258%. Yeah, here's the Bitcoin. I guess Bitcoin's still rising today, so we're up 13.5% now. I will take that. I also bought some Snowflake last week. I'm down 4% on it right now, but not too worried. I only got 2 shares. But yeah, I like how my portfolio is set up right now. I also got my free Limelight Network stock. That's always fun to watch. I like how when you get free stocks, they're just completely random and they just chop all day. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, Doge hitting 70 cents is insane. I had a chance to buy it last July when like TikTok was trying to boost it to a penny. Like it's just funny to think about then. Even in January though, even if like 100 bucks thrown when my cousin wanted to buy it, it was under a penny. Would be like 6 grand today or something. Just 100 bucks. Imagine 1,000. But that's the thing. It's like you can't replicate that return buying it at 70 cents now. Like that's the thing that people don't realize. Like when I say I bought the dip on Bitcoin, I bought it at 48 grand. I plan on getting out at like 60 or 70. Like it's not like you're gonna 5x my I'm gonna 5x my money in a month in crypto. Like that's Dogecoin did that if you're in. Dude, I prefer a market like this. Like I don't need a crazy market. I like boring markets. Oh yeah, 21 45-day credit spread strangles. Yeah, 25%, 50% account. Yep, safe growth, right? That's what it's all about, man. You can't beat it. That's the thing. I look at where my portfolio was a year ago to where it is today, and my mind is just blown. It's absolutely blown. I never thought like I'd have this much market money at my age to play with, and then also like continue to compound. And when you do the compound calculator on some things, like we could go to the compound calculator right now if you guys want. Or, like just throw out any number out there. Doja squirrel bait, yeah, essentially, right? Yeah, like look at how ridiculous this is. Imagine, okay, let's say, I mean, depend. This is kind of weird because my portfolio is broken up roughly, but let's just take like 60,000, and you contribute even something like 500 bucks a month. Like that's not insane, and you do that for 20 years. And let's say you're doing the safe credit spread strangles. Actually, let's bump it down to 10 because then we'll do 20. So like let's say you're like 25 right now. And you get, because you do these, 21-day credit spreads, let's say you get, I don't know, 50% a year because you're playing it very safe. It's not even a lot of your account. We'll do 40. We'll do a little bit more conservative. I just know because I talked to a buddy who's up 63% all time after 4 months of credit spreads. So, but I also don't want to be like saying that that's exactly what's going to happen. But yeah, that's ridiculous. But that's of course compounding, right? So you would have to really be going in with a lot of your account every time. But yeah, 10 years, that's your initial investment. You monthly contribute 5. It's ridiculous. I don't know, that's where my brain's been. But even if we did something really conservative, like you made 20% a year on your credit spreads, which like I said, I'm not using my whole account. So I guess we could say, let's say I'm using 20,000 a week or something. And getting, I mean, I have been getting like 5 to 6% a week. But let's just annually say it's even just 20%. Like you still calculate that, and in 10 years you're at 280, and that's starting with just 20,000 with $500 a month. Like it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Is there a monthly frequency? Yeah. Okay. Well, this is better. So like, let's just say I'm making a conservative even 6% a month. What is that noise? Toss. Toss. Yeah, 6% a month conservatively. 10 years, 118,000, and that's with just contributing. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So you got some Palantir. Still negotiating with TOS right now about getting my fees reduced, and then I can do some more good 0 days to expiration plays. But as of lately, just been rocking these iron condors because they're so awesome. I gotta keep my eye on Beyond though. If they start to plummet, let me know, guys. I keep forgetting to. I'm watching things like Palantir and how's Peloton doing now? Is it still dry? That's at back to 90. Not a bad dip buy, I don't think. I wish you could watch Bitcoin on here live. That'd be pretty cool. Here's Snow if you guys want to check this out. I bought it last week, right here at 2:30. So right before it started to sell yesterday. It was still in a pretty good spot for picking up shares, pretty much right here. But it's in an even better spot now. It's squeezing too over here, which is nice. Good old Snow. What is the other one? Spy. We'll watch Spy. Okay, Spy's at 416.29. It's a good spot for it. Like I would love it. I love these choppy markets. Like we still need to pull back anyway. It's just all the sectors are finally strong. So it wasn't just like, oh, Spy's up because tech's driving the whole market. Just so wild. What a day. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support though, for real. Kind of want to check QQQ out real quick. Whoops, not the triple Q. There we go. Okay, that's bouncing a little bit of a bounce. Well, I still don't think it's worth picking up any sort of call. Just too much risk. Still has a little bit of a resistance to go through. But tech is recovering quite a bit today. Lambo, I just keep on hoping that you call me. Yeah, it's kind of at the top of its range. It would really need to break out from where it is. But who knows? Looks kind of head and shoulders ish on Robinhood. Of course, I got these charts too, but nothing too fancy. Man, it is early here. I normally, like, when I was on Eastern time, I was not getting up at 7 a.m., but now I am on Mountain time, and it's honestly the best thing ever. Like, I wouldn't trade that for anything. Just can't beat it, man. You just feel great. Yeah, triple Qs. Let's see, what else should we watch today? I've been thinking about Starbucks too, watching them. Oh, I want to check Twitter actually. Yeah, 54.20. That was such a good buy yesterday when it got down to like 53.80. I haven't picked anything up yet, but I'm thinking about a Twitter leap so I can do the poor man's covered call on it. I'm just waiting for this choppiness to subside so I can get good premium and then take advantage of the upswing. But we're just chopping. It's just getting chopped to death. So anything around 50 and it's leap time for me. Just so I can really take advantage, get a good like 0.7 delta on it and just ride the wave. But I was gonna make a video. That's probably gonna be one of my next videos. Yeah, Twitter. I'm just waiting because it's so choppy, you know. Yeah, Beyond's even being choppy. What a day. What's up, Jacob? Road trip to Arizona. Road trip AZ. What's up, Jacob? Just a little early. Just looking at Twitter, thinking about leaps on it, but it's just chopping so much right now. I do appreciate all the new likes and subscribes too. I really do. Helps the channel out greatly. We're going to be having more content rolling out today. I'm also interviewing a real estate guy today. You guys might know him from TikTok and you might know him from Instagram, but he's also in the Discord. And he said his rentals, he says, make 8% a year, roughly. Like, that's a good year. And he said his mind was blown when he found out he could make conservative 8% a month on credit spreads. So he was super pumped to join. And yeah, I get to chat about him and his story of being a real estate agent, or not agent, sorry. I always say that, of having real estate and having rentals. That's what I mean. I always get those mixed up in my head sometimes. So that's going to be a blast. So we got Twitter. It's just kind of chopping. What's SPY doing right now? 416.43. Yeah, it's crazy market right now. Yeah, our high is 420.72. I was pretty comfortable chilling with where I'm at right now on all my plays. Like, I'm right in the dead middle on everything right now on my condors. So hopefully DA is under 342. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're rocking over here then too. The only thing I'm worried about is a break of all-time highs and then people, flooding in, right, and pushing this because I got the 349 play. So I mean, I got a pretty solid amount of room. DIA is not like triple Q where it just flies all over the place, but you always got to be careful. Yeah, Tesla's crazy, man. That's why I really haven't been playing it. I'd much rather just rock the ETFs and uh, Iron Condor it up right now. What's up, man? Roshan, how you doing, man? I'm doing pretty good today, personally. I hope you're having a great day. Hope the day's treating you well. I'm just looking at the index funds that I'm playing the Condors on, looking at a couple individual stocks. I bought some Peloton and Palantir today, just a little bit. Just $100 in Peloton because of the news. I think it's an overreaction. And then Palantir, I bought $200 this morning. So just because it's in a pretty good spot in my buy zone. So I thought, what's another 200 at it, and we'll hold these shares and continue to sell covered calls against them. So that's kind of what I'm up to right now. Just looking at long-term portfolio positions. Because why not? It's a good day. But yeah, I added some snow last week. I'm also, I want to have some money available if I have to roll roll something for a debit, but I'm gonna try to do it. Always roll for a credit. I just have these beyond spreads that the IVs are pumping, and the stock price has fallen a little bit overnight. So I'm down $78 on these spreads, but I've found where I'm gonna roll them to already if I need to. I'm just gonna let the day do its thing. But they have earnings tomorrow after hours, so I'm sitting here with like knowing that, because I already closed the one position. I had two. I'd opened two beyond positions last week, or actually last Friday, and we closed one last week for $29, which was like a 30% return on the credit. And then this other one is down 78 because I should have closed them both last week. It's only 500 in collateral though. Pretty solid runway too on the play, but they have earnings tomorrow after hours, so I got to get out before earnings because I'm too close for comfort. And since they expire this Friday, I'm kind of playing with fire there. If that's the plan, but yeah, the port's rocking. I mean, between both of them and having that gain yesterday, you just get eaten up by commissions anytime you do any sort of day trade. Um, like yesterday. So on the dip, I entered some SPX spreads for 4%, and I put up $5,000 to make $200, but TOS took 24 of that and each side in commissions. So even though it said I made 100 on the day, I only made like $52. So I'm negotiating with them still, and they said they're cool with it because I showed them, I sent them my account statements. I just sent them, and because I messaged them yesterday, I said, hey, I'm a content creator. I promote your guys' platform, and the type of trading that I do, which is like 0 days to expiration and credit spreads, like weekly credit spreads, like short-term options. I'm just getting eaten alive by your 65 cents. Could we bump it down to 35 cents per contract? Because I'm getting like 5 or 10 at a time. Like that would save me, like half my money. If I got 10, it would literally save me, and that's on each side, right? Like $3.50 on each side, so $7 each way. So that's like $14 that I would get back. And I sent them my account statement. I was like, here we go. Like, you guys can clearly see I make anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 worth of trades per month. Mainly a lot of that's credit spread collateral that is counted, but I just told them hey, I want to move over to you guys, but if I'm gonna pay the fee and promote your platform, it's got to be worth it for me. I'm not equally, Jacob, just because I missed the boat. So my whole idea was I didn't expect us to drop down so bad, but so on SPY I currently have only $4,000 worth, but I have is it 10? Yeah, I have 10K worth of puts spreads, but only 4K worth of call spreads, even though the collateral is still 10K. And then on DIA, I have 7,800 in put spreads and 5,000 in call spreads because I thought I could get better fills on Tuesday. I didn't think we would gap down as bad as we did yesterday. So at that point, I just kind of worked with what the market was giving me. I was like, like I definitely could have picked up another like $150 this week on the Condors. Of course, I'd be putting more risk on the table, but with us having like up 0.5% Green Day and no events this week. I mean, we had what was her name? Is it Yellen, right, or Yenin? I don't know too much because like I've only watched the market since I'm so young, since Powell's been our Federal Reserve chairman, but I know that she was for a while, and she came out, talked about interest rates, shook up the market, and then we fell, and I was like, well, there goes my chance of getting more call spreads. But I did grab a couple more put spreads yesterday, which is always the move when you get a good shot. Idaho Day Trader said, trading options SPX are my bread and butter. Also Google Shop and Amazon. So I'm actually really bad at trading Shopify and Amazon. Shopify and Amazon are the only two stocks that I'm negative all-time trading. I love trading Google. I am positive all-time trading Google. SPX is fantastic though as well. Trading SPX, trading Google, but Shopify and Amazon, I don't know what, I just buy, like I'm on them on bad days, especially if I'm buying naked options. Like this was a perfect runner short setup. This right here, it was a failed all-time high breakout, and I just didn't take it because I've been so unsuccessful. But oh my gosh, look at how great, like that, right up in the red zone, boom, right back to the mean, It's crazy. So they're hovering around some support. I talked about it in the Discord's nightly watch list that I whipped out last night. Jacob, did you watch that? I don't know if you're still here. I kind of went over all our positions that we're in and my mindset with them. But dude, I like Amazon. I mean, I've made money, but I've also lost way more than I made on Amazon. By way more than I made, I'm probably down 1,000 all time just trading Amazon. Like if it was like, Logan, what is your year to date performance on Amazon only? It would be, it would literally be like down 1,000. I've done good. I've done well with it, but I've gotten one day like back in December. I was trading it and it was super choppy, and I was in like 2 or 3 grand worth of call options on it because I'd gotten really aggressive because it was Christmas time, and I was like, oh, like they're gonna have such good, like the stock price is gonna rise. The technical analysis looked good. I just happened to be on a really choppy day to be in an Amazon play, so it was just crazy. Oh yeah, you got it, Jacob, for real. You got it, man. I try to whip those out at least twice a week. Anytime there's any like big movements in the market, and if our plays are hovering or need to be addressed or something, that's usually what I do. And then I went over why I changed UAL into a debit spread to save everybody's capital. Yeah, what I'm thinking makes me super comfortable with my plays. Oh yeah, that's always been the plan, to show everybody why everything looks great, even if we're having crazy intraday movement. Especially when I showed SPY on my 2-year chart and I zoomed in like crazy. I can do that really quickly. And I was like, don't worry guys, like all we broke down to my 21-day moving average here, but we bounced right off of it and we're back over the 10-day. Well, we're kind of like on top of it. That's why the market's kind of in no man's land right now. I'm not saying like this would normally be my no man's land if we're like at 407, but as far as where we've chopped in this last range, like I think we have more big chop days to come. Whether it's we're gonna be up retesting all-time highs or hammer back down and retest the 21. But dude, interest rates got people spooked. Just the idea of raising them. I'm okay. Like, of course, I don't want them to be rose because borrowing money for cheap is awesome. Keeps the economy stimulated. So, but that's the other part, right? With trading, it's like you just got to trade with whatever the market gives you. That's why, like today, like when we have a VIX this low, it's so hard to take advantage of like great market swings. And to time that is so ridiculously difficult, and how patient you have to be is just so nuts. Oh, the Wall Street Journal dropped a bad article about Peloton. We'll see how the stock reacts. It is crazy though. We'll see these stocks. I mean, Apple's done this before. You've seen how crazy these stocks react when they get essentially I owned a lot of the beaten down stocks that I have 80% returns on because I held them for a really long time as tech was flying all last summer. But it's crazy, man. When an article comes out today, like Bitcoin's flying today, that's up now. I'm up 15% on it. What's Doge doing right now? 64. That's just wild. You've been buying UVXY, waiting for a market dip. Wow, up to 1,700 shares. That's solid, man. Yeah, let's look at UVXY. I mean, I could also just look up VIX, but it's going to be very correlated. Yeah, I mean, it's squeezing like crazy. It looks like it's going to fire off pretty shortly. We just got to get a little squeeze here. It's a perfect setup for it. Then we should see a little fire, but the VIX, this is what I've been watching because it was squeezing. There's the pop that we saw, and then it's going to try to pull back to the mean. But yeah, we were thinking about getting calendar spreads yesterday, and of course the VIX pops. And the last thing you want is to enter a calendar spread on the day the VIX pops, because if it gets pulled back out, you're going to lose all the money. Like you're paying a higher premium, and then the VIX gets sucked out of it, and there goes your profit. But with calendars, what's nice is like if you're in this time and then you get a pump like this, it looks good. But yeah, there's a lot of resistance at 22 for it, and you guys see, just market's just math, just heads back to standard deviation lines. It's pretty cool. You just bought another 100. Nice. If SPY corrects hard, how would you protect your spreads? Oh, like a 10% correction? You talking in like a week? Like if SPY dropped from 420 down to like 380, like 10% that way? So it really depends. If the VIX, well, because at that point the VIX will be over 25, so we'll be out of our plays. But if you're talking like if right now we entered spreads at 1853 and then we had like a GameStop like this, depending on how fast the VIX pops, I wouldn't be too worried unless there's a big catalyst in the news. But like even if we were to trade it in something like this, like the COVID crash was to happen, I know that this took this was like a couple day movement, but anytime we were to see the VIX spike over 25, we'd be getting out of the plays. If it came to like us getting in at 17, generally, I mean, if you're in call spreads, you're probably fine. But if the VIX is a spike like this, usually means we're pulling back. I would roll them, but if it continued to spike, like if we're having some sort of market crash, I think at that point we would just know, like, okay, this is the reason the market's crashing right now, and it could be whatever, right? Like COVID was the last reason why. Then we would just probably take a loss and then move on. But if not, and then we'd probably sit out for a little bit, right? If the market was ever doing this. But if we're looking at it from a standpoint of like how the market has been and how it's been the last like basically 5 years, like it's very rare to get a market crash like that. But if we're talking like maybe like this, where the VIX was 12 and popped to 23, yeah, we would just roll it and then wait for it to retract back to the mean. So it's all, all mean reversion plays, and that's the best part about the market. It's like if the VIX pops for you, you're able to buy some credit spreads. Like if I was still holding mine today and SPX was up, I'd have even more on Thinkorswim. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take more profit because I got 50%. Yeah, the VIX is a tiny little cheat code to help us out for sure. You can buy back your short leg and buy it. Yeah, on the other side, that is 100% true. You can do that. It's another way to do it. It's fun, man. I just love trading the market. But yeah, I think my TOS. I hope it doesn't show it shouldn't show any of my account information, which is cool. But I want to show you guys my last trade, my yesterday trade. I don't know how to do that, but I also don't want to be like, oh, here's all my account information on stream. Can I show yesterday's trades? Is there a way to do that? Expand drop down, show actions. Because I don't have any going right now, but yesterday on my TOS account, I can show you my TD Ameritrade. That's always the easier way. What's the typical range of the VIX? Yeah, yep, right around there, 17 to 25, just right around this range. 21 to 14 as of recent over the last 3 months. But we have had little pops up to like 22, and our low is 16, which oh my gosh, I hated. A VIX 16 market is so tough to do anything on because the market doesn't move. Well, iron condors are good, but you have to like put up a really nice chunk. But I like right where the market is here, 17 to 20 is my like my sweet spot for condors. But if the VIX starts the week over 20, I'm not starting with condors on Monday. I'll add the condor later in the week, but it really just depends. I appreciate all the new subs though and all the new likes, and I love trading the market, man. It's fun. I also got a microphone, but it's only coming through mono. I don't know why. Just on this new setup, I got to figure out what I did so I can not have it only go. You guys would only hear it in like your left ear, like your left AirPod or left headphone or whatever. But I plan on being live tomorrow too. I didn't even share me being live to the group yet, but so I'm helping a user join the Discord. He said he's having issues with it, so I want to make sure I fix that. See, I like where we're at, and all the premiums getting sucked out of all the plays, so the account's just very green today. Pretty much the only thing holding my account down right now, although the call spreads are rocking, they keep hovering. Like I have a weird return of like 166%, but I would never be able to close it like that. So it's weird. I don't know why it's saying that. So I don't know. The call spreads are looking a little weird. Everything else is looking good though. Tesla is just chopping. P-tones at 87. Mainly just like a lot of my recent pickups, like the Palantir shares are down 15%, but I'm not too worried about them. Never took the time to get to know me. Yeah, let's check Palantir out actually. I might add a few more shares. I should just start selling some cash secured puts on it again. Yeah, 260 or 21. Okay. Yeah, I'm just helping somebody real quick. That's why I've been a little quieter. But I appreciate all of the Jacob said crazy you have 7.5k subs. I think I've been here since 900 is right around last March. Awesome to see everything grow. Wow, yeah, that was I think that 900 might have been May or June. But yeah, I mean, wow. It might have been March, man. Last March. Awesome to see everything grow. Yeah, I have a 200% return on my call spreads too. Isn't that weird? Are you in the same ones that I'm in, the DIA and SPY ones? My AT&T Iron Condor way back had a 25,000% return at close once. Yeah, just those bugs. And of course, like, it's just mainly what causes that is the strike that you're buying is worth more than the one you're selling, which is so weird because that shouldn't be the case in a call credit spread because it's the strike that's further away from the money, so it has of course less intrinsic value, and it has the same exact extrinsic value because it's the same expiration. So I don't know, it's either like usually it's a volume thing where someone just comes in because they like a round number of like a 350 DIA versus 349 or something. Usually it's something like that simple, but I mean all the plays are rocking so far. Palantir's at 2164. What was the other one that we were looking at today? I want to go back. Oh, Snow. Snow, I might buy another share, but it is just chopping. This would be a great, like, this is the ideal pickup spot for it. But they do have earnings coming up, so that's something to take into consideration. But I do think, like, their mean, right, reverting back to the mean on the 2 year, it's at 251. I mean, they're pretty much at the mean on the, but they've been downtrending. But even over here, 235. So I like them. I like Snowflake quite a bit. It's just so hard to buy on red days sometimes after you have been buying. I almost typed in YouTube. I meant to type that in on my phone so I could look at the chat. Yeah, SPY 428. Yep. Those are the ones. I think I did the 428, 430, but as long as you're at the same sell strike, you have the same probability as me, and everything's smooth so far. That's the one nice thing. It's like the call spreads have been super profitable right out of the gate this week, which is great to see. What's the other? I gotta add. I just gotta do this real quick for the Discord guy, and then do the invite. Steven's got a new trade in Amazon. I'll check it out. Let me check out Amazon. That might be not a bad ad. But I think I'd play the call credit spread side. I don't know. It's actually hard to tell. They might be a good condor. Call spreads here. It's just crazy because if they would have did the all-time high breakout, they would be running. So that's the only thing about these setups, but they're great runner short positions. I don't know. I might add. Yeah, that is so funny to see the DIA spreads where they're at. Alright, so Amazon, I might do a call spread on them. Do I have enough money to do that? I can do it in my Toss account. But they do have quite a bit of support here too. Yeah, maybe the put spread's the way to go. Man, they're just kind of in no man's land. Not a bad return. Just risque. I don't know, Amazon. I don't think I could open something now and hold it till Friday on them. It's just a little too risque for me. How do you decide how you're going to divide your capital between the different indexes? Some technical, yeah, mainly technical analysis. Generally, also the credit received and the probability of profit. Like I'm way more comfortable in these here I'll show you. I'll use SPY as an example. Like the higher probability of profit, you know, like how we're at 428 for our calls and we're at 407 for the puts. That gives us almost $10 worth of runway to the downside, and it gives us about $11.50 to the upside, which is right where we want to be. So, I mean, I think I'm getting a 4% return there, but it gives me enough room, right, for any sort of market choppiness. Now, if we broke through this yesterday and we were hitting, if we're like at 409 right now, then I'd be kind of, you know, considering rolling the puts out, but it's all technical analysis based. I assumed, let's see if I can scroll up a little bit. I mean, I can make this a little, that doesn't work too well though. Essentially, there's this standard deviation line right here on the 2-year chart as well, and then we also have the one on the 90-day, and here's the 30-day one. So I essentially wanted to keep us outside of the expected move for the week in the group when I did the call spreads, and then also collect good premium because we're at the top of the range. So I expected us to be a little, I just expected us to do what we did this week, which was chop up in this range. I didn't think we would break underneath the 10-day and bounce. And now we're back over it, but it's still not really like over it yet. Like we could come back to this tomorrow, or we could continue to rip up. But I think where we're at now with everything, we're still just chopping in this. Like if I was to draw a line, I would probably start it here, right? So like we'll do a little bit of line drawing because I know everybody loves those YouTube videos because they draw a lot of lines. I guess we could, but that's, I guess I can just draw it here, but mainly just this one, right? Like this, right? There's a bunch of support down here that's rebounced off of. Around this 413.50, 413.10 level that everybody watches. So I expect us to continue to chop within this range. I'll just add another drawing. I think this is a more realistic spot to add it, probably right here. Now it's a little crooked, but yeah, there we go. So that's kind of, I guess, oh, it drew it on all of them. So yeah, that's kind of what I use for technical analysis. I like to just kind of see the range that we're trading in. I know Maz touched on it a ton in the video that him and I did back in January. But that's pretty much how I do that right there. But I appreciate all the new subscribers and all the likes and all the views. But so then I essentially take this and then we find where the credit spread that we took was, which for this week we did the 407 that we entered on Monday. And then I took some at this range when we had dipped yesterday for a good percent, which I should have still held on to, but I didn't want to have too much just in bearish plays or bullish positions just in case we did rip down. So I closed that, but it would be nice. It would have been nice to hold, and I could still enter other plays if I want to. All right, we'll remove these drawings now. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what PLTR is doing. Oh, my toss is being a little weird. There we go. The price action's back. Let's see what SPY's doing. Yep, the credit spreads are just absolutely rocking right now. Though I don't know why Beyond's being all funky on us. I don't take the time to get to know me. Said you wouldn't tell me what you can't right now. Got 156 left to make on DIA and 180 left to make on these SPY credit spreads. So that's always good. What is that? Like 340. It's not bad. Not a bad week. If they hit, of course. Oh, what a dip in the morning that was. And we bounced right back to basically where we opened. Never took the time to get to know me. Whoa. Let's see what we're rocking with on SPX real quick. I want to see what these premiums look like. Might be a good 0 days to expiration try. Now that SPY's ripping. See if it finds some resistance where it opened. Oh. Whoa. Okay, so that's on the put side, so I'll be looking at the call side. Let's see what these deltas are. We got a 9, we got a 17 delta there, which puts us at what strike? Okay, yep, 4,200. Man, the premium really does get sucked out of these things. The portfolio is just jumping around. Oh, there we go. DIA is just realizing a little bit more profit now, which is cool. Let's see what the spread is. Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad return. Appreciate all the support as always, like I said. Looking at this 9 delta call spread. But I think I'd have to get a really good fill on it though. Like it'd have to fill for 30 because I gotta pay the commissions. I don't want to play it any closer. But there's nothing really signifying. I mean, we're at the top of the range, and it's only been ripping. You never seen me, but you can't right now. You never took the chance to get to know me. You can't do. I'll give you free. UAL broke out of that range today. We'll see how far that goes. We just need that to move up like 40 more cents and we're good on our debit spread. Yeah, DIA even with that big dip and then rocketed. Gotta see where it goes from here. That play's absolutely killing it. Just gotta be patient. Wait 2 more days for the full payday. Wow. The banks' financials are just cruising right now. FAS, the triple leveraged large cap bank fund is just, I think, yeah, it's at all-time highs now. It just broke out. That would have been a great steal. I had it at like 38. It's like 114 now, but I did a quick swing trade that took like a week on it. Yeah, 37.95, and then I sold them all at 45. So that was fun. That was a fun trade way back. Back in November. Oh, there goes Tesla. That popped a little bit. Yeah, everything's rocking pretty good right now, I would say. Pretty much everything. Oh, okay. Just the Beyond Put spread's the only one, but I think I'm going to have to roll this tomorrow. Roll it into next week. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this is wild. I think the market's kind of tapping out up here, but it's just Apple's looking good. Pretty much everything's like breaking out from where it opened, or it's not. Like all of software is down today, of course. My biggest holdings that aren't tech, everything else is rocketing. Although there are a couple tech stocks that aren't looking good. ERX is on the rise. That's a big jump by them back to highs. I should have grabbed some ERX on the dip. Wild, wild market, man. Yep, SPX is still rising. You guys can see these deltas are increasing a little bit. That's up to 11 now. It was 10. BYND, baby. Come on, Beyond, pick it up. Every other stock's doing good today except software and you. Just go up like a couple bucks. It's a good day. It's a good day. I'm probably going to be live for about 15 more minutes, and then I have some video editing I want to do, and we're also going to have the real estate guy in tonight, which is going to be really cool as well. Yeah, Amazon pulled back, bounced off the 50. Apple bounced off the 50. Pretty much everything right now is being funky. Yeah, all tech, like even Lyft is getting absolutely killed right now. Lyft's under its 200 day. Oh no, it's not. Never mind, the 50. Software is just not looking good. Debating some 0 days. Just get eaten alive by the commissions on it. I have to do a Robinhood fill. I'm just excited to see if Tesla can break back over 700. That'll be fun to see. I got 16.14 shares of Tesla. I want to add more if they dip again. I should have added way more when they dipped to, like when I bought that share at 580 that one day. That would have been. OBS disconnected for a hot second. Like what? Charlie, they're gonna say the max spreads video. Moz front to back setting options since January. Spreads paid me $319 this week alone for 13.6%. Studying every day and focusing on risk management. Thank you. You got it, man. You got it, Charlie. You got it, Charlie. Yeah, watch that video. Also, have you seen the other Moz video? That video is really good. The other one, the one we did in January, the it's not call spreads. Jacob also asked, he said, if you don't mind sharing, what are you up for the year on Robinhood? So for me, it's going to be a little funky, right? Because Tesla was at the beginning of the year when we started in January, almost $900 a share. Tesla's like 40% of my portfolio in Robinhood. I think it's like 38%. And now that they're at 680, that alone, like my long-term shares have dropped to about 4,800. But with my trading, I'm up like, since I shoot for 500 a week, I had 1 week I got stopped out in January for minus 900 on that week. And then if this week goes well, I'll make almost 1,000. So on the year, we're up about, what would that be? 2, 4, but then I got stopped. So 3 on that week. And then I got a little bit more laid back with it. So probably about $6,000 with the options so far. And then last week I made $850, I think, or maybe it was a little less because I took that NEO hit. But we had the Tesla put credit spread work, all the other spreads and condors. I'll have to dive into my account statement for that for sure. Hoping to see like, because that's so hard. I take so many spreads that I usually just look back at my videos to know how well, because since it is a long-term portfolio and options combined, my shares go up and down all the time. So like Tesla goes up, $100, that's $1,600 difference in my account. So it can really make everything all skewed. Hoping it breaks the 710 level. Yeah, half your account in Tesla spreads. Yeah, man. I hope it does too. Fold your brain. It's not too difficult. The math isn't too difficult. I've come to like really enjoy math now that I've incorporated in with the market. So that's one thing that I'm super grateful for, is the market's made me like enjoy doing math. It's not too crazy. Do we have 3 Moz videos? Is there one that I'm missing? Yeah, the Iron Condor. Yeah, 630 and 760 is good on Tesla for sure. They give out really good premium. Google's also fantastic for giving out premium. Oh man, these SPX, these are looking good. I'll continue to watch it. What's up, Delgado? Morning. Good morning, man. That's expiring this Friday. I mean, you could go wider if you wanted, but I think that's a pretty solid spot to be in with it expiring this Friday. But it depends on where you want to be and how much credit, like if you're going to close the position today and open for next week and go wider, hopefully you can make a little bit more. Yeah, that's really good, Jacob. 5 to 7% return a month, way out of the money. And we're talking like crazy, like billions of dollars would have to fall out of Tesla, Pumped. Let's look at Tesla. Let's look at the charts. I'll use my charts for it. The Tesla charts look kind of wonky on this, not gonna lie. It's the only one where I'm like, what's really happening here? Yeah, I mean, it's holding this support level pretty well. As long as it holds above 650, you should be good. We have the 650 line here and then the 630, so if it was to, I mean, this looks like it's going to start pushing bullish again pretty soon. Bounce off the support line. It's just got to get over the 700 level, like Jacob was saying, around 710. Yeah, about 700 here too. So it's just kind of gonna chop between 650 and 700, and once it picks its direction, that'll probably be the way that the because people love chasing. You think doing leaps and poor man covered calls better than doing vertical spreads for an account with 3K? I was thinking of doing leaps on Snap. So it's ooh, don't miss your first episode of First Trade. Um, Leaps and poor man covered calls are great. I think you should do it all, even with just $3,000 in your account. Snap leaps, that sounds great. I like Snapchat; they're a good company. I don't think any one strategy is better than the other. I truly think you can make. I mean, it really depends on how much the underlying asset moves, but leaps are great if you get a big move and that you're selling calls far enough out that you're collecting good premium and not having to sell your leap. But you have to get the direction right. Like if you buy a leap and then the market turns against you, let's say you have this play for 6 months. Oh, that's right. There is 3 videos. Yep, you're right. There's 3 videos, Charlie. And let's say Snap was to fall, I don't know, another 10% like they did yesterday. You'd get less credit on the call you're selling, and then you'd have to hope that it rebounds. Personally, I like Snap here. It's up a little bit today to go long in. I wouldn't have gone long in it anytime before this little pullback. We're back to the mean essentially, and yeah, just chilling on it. But it did fall through this level here, the 250 on the 30-day. So it's in a good spot. But yeah, it fell about 10% yesterday, absolutely crushing a lot of people's plays, which is always tough to see. And then we're squeezing on the 2-year. But yeah, like let's just say that Snap, let's say you did a leap, right, at like 55.97 or like 56, where we're at now. If it fell all the way to 43, you'd be losing money on the leap, and then you'd have to be selling calls pretty far out to get a really good credit, any close expiration. But I think it's just good to mix it up. I don't think there's one good, like a better or worse way to play, You got in when it was 790, picked up 570, crashed to 530, rolled, and still won. Yeah, that's fantastic, Jacob. I wish I would have rolled my Tesla spreads way back in February. I think I just closed them instead of rolling them. I can't remember. That was so long ago. I did roll them. Yeah, I rolled them. That's right. But I just didn't receive I rolled for a debit because I wanted to be very safe when that happened because I have so much of my portfolio in Tesla shares. I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't be this like leveraged on them. Yeah, that's funny that there are three videos. I totally forgot about one of them. Thanks for the advice. Been watching your vids for a minute now. Super helpful for me transitioning from just buying stocks and learning about options. Yeah, for sure. You got it, man. Either way, I like both. I like the PMCC. I also like doing leaps. I also like credit spreads. Like, I'm the type of guy that's got every single type of play going that is very, very theta driven. Like a lot of theta strategies, just so I'm not actively like at the computer like, oh, Snapchat's down 2 cents. Oh, now it's down 4 cents. Oh man, and then you start sweating. And like that's when you hear the horror stories of the guys who lose like $5,000 in a day, Like I mean, I've lost thousands in a day. I don't think I've lost $5,000 in a day, but I've had my best and worst trade ever. I made 1,800 off Nvidia one day, sold it after like an hour or two, and then the very next day lost 1,400 on Nvidia because I bought another one by close because it had dipped, and then the next day the market corrected. Like SPY dropped like 10 points or something, and I woke up and Nvidia was down. I mean, SPY didn't drop 10 points overnight; it was through the day, and I was like, oh, oh, so this is what happened. So I literally like my best and worst trade ever. We're on the same stock one day before and one day after. where I made 1,800 and then the next day gave 1,400 of it back. And I was like, yep, that's how that goes. That is how that goes. So it was just goofy. What a goofy time. I need to make my stream overlays really nice too. That's something I wanna do. Yeah, pretty much just added a couple long-term things today. Watching the credit spreads work, and SPY's pushing 417, 46. UAL is on the rise, which is nice, and Beyond is just chopping. Down 86, but I already know the strikes I'm gonna roll to tomorrow if I need. Well, I'm probably gonna have to roll it unless they gap up overnight. Probably gonna have to roll it tomorrow, but I already know where I'm going to roll it. And the closer we get to earnings, the higher the IV is gonna be. So I'll get really good premium tomorrow, about a week out or so. When I roll that position with the team. But yeah, DIA is kind of ripping right now. Not gonna lie, we still have really good runway on our play. Let me see what our probability of profit is right now. Yeah, 97%. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid, and it's really green today too. So we got really good runway on that guy. Yeah, that was my only fear. All-time high breakout, and this thing just rips. But we did hit, all-time highs on DIA. We'll have to see how it reacts for the rest of the week. But I still feel pretty confident in all of our positions in general. Beyond's the only one that we're gonna have to roll, and we'll roll it for a credit. And we've already made 29 bucks on it, so I am cool with rolling for a credit somewhere else. It's only 500 bucks in collaterals. Tilray. I don't really like any of the pot stocks. They were all the pumpers and dumpers for quite some time. Now it's down to 16. Dang. But if you're someone who's long on marijuana stocks, I just remember he got pumped and dumped hard. It probably wouldn't be a bad time to grab some. I remember watching this happen, and I just felt so left out. I was like, oh, I was like, that sucks. This thing ripped because someone was telling me it was gonna, but anything that gets pumped, it's always gonna get dumped. Like, it's just how math goes. It's mean reversions. It's literally all the market is just stocks reverting to their mean. Which is the best, because if you're smart, you can make money. Just need to know to do a little bit of math. It's fun. And then we get a little bit of those news scares every once in a while, but generally it's all math related. Even if we look at SPY on my 2-year chart, look at this bounce. Oops, there we go. Bounce during the COVID crash right off that standard deviation line. Like, boom. That's why I have been taking call spreads so heavily too, because we've been bunched up here for a minute, and the mean is 382 on the 2-year chart. But these charts look fine, and we pumped a lot of money into the market. So Tilray for me, I think there's better pot stocks out there. What is the other one? Grow Generation, which I have not watched in a long time. GRWG, it's at 42. I think this is even a better company than Tilray. I know the pattern doesn't look as good, but if you're playing marijuana. How do you set them up? So you just set them up in Thinkorswim. They have essentially... I'll send you a picture in the Discord, Jacob. I'm going to send it to you right now, just so I can help you out. Let's see. Pretty sure I can find you. There we go. Yeah, let me try to find that picture I have. It'll show you step by step. Why can I not find it? It's somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay. I just sent it to you via Discord. There we go. Yep, you got it, man. It's pretty cool. It just helps, you know, helps my brain. Let's see what is Penn at? Penn's at 91. Okay. Man, that would have been a good pickup when they were 80. I saw them at 87, I think. Yeah, 84. Shoot, it's a pretty good setup. I might play some debit spreads on them. They're squeezing. Oh, they have earnings. That's why. So I'm gonna wait till after earnings, see what they do. But this would be a solid debit spread play. Maybe even open a credit spread on them. Let me see what the premium's looking like. They have earnings tomorrow, so it'd be one of those like, Penn, you better have good earnings, because I played the IVs are pumping. Yeah, nothing that I really like that would protect me, unless I did the 14th on them. Yeah, they're in a good pickup range, but they're still just not. They're just still chopping. Marquez just chopped, which I'm totally cool with. Let's keep it this way for the indexes. Go Tesla, go. Yeah, Bitcoin's just cruising. I'm almost 16%. I was up 13% when I started the stream. That's so wild. Probably secure profits on it this coming week. I told myself when they hit 60,000 I would, and they got to 59. And I was like, oh, I'll get to 60. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna hop off the stream here. I got some video editing I want to do, and then I also have a bunch of planning. I got to plan out tonight's video, and also I want to film another one. So it all really depends, but I'll keep you guys posted on what I got going. That's gonna be everything for me, just because got to get my day started, get some video editing going, help you guys out. Yeah, Tesla's one scary stock. Tesla's one scary stock. I do like it though. It's got a good future ahead of itself. It's a great company. That's gonna be everything for me, guys. I appreciate all the support, all the subs, the likes from this stream, and I'll probably be live tomorrow. That's the plan. I'd be live a little longer today. I just want to get my video day started. I haven't uploaded a video for everybody in a minute, and want to do that. So, yeah, have a great day as well, Jacob. Just keep collecting that theta, man. Keep collecting these spreads, and just keep building that account slowly and steadily, and it's crazy what you can do in a year, man. Absolutely. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to hop off here, and I'll talk to you guys very soon in my next